Good evening. My name is Tara Ramesh, and I attend Northview High School. One of my favorite memories about student leadership Johns Creek was moderating the mayoral and city council debates. As the Secretary of State Ambassador, I had the opportunity to organize the debates and engage with upcoming politicians from across the city. Student leadership Johns Creek gave me this remarkable chance to perform my civic duty to my community by helping others learn about current events and prevailing issues within Johns Creek. I am so thankful that I was able to meet important community members and understand more about the process politicians have to face when campaigning. From performing the coin toss to moderating the debates, student leadership Johns Creek influenced me to give back to my community, which is the initial reason that I applied for this program. Without further ado, I'm happy to introduce Mayor Bradberry. Before Mayor Bradberry was elected as mayor, he served as a city council member for Post 3. Now, as the founder of Preserve Johns Creek and a board member of One Johns Creek, Mayor Bradberry hopes to fulfill the goals of Johns Creek residents and ensure that the city remains a safe place for everyone. Please welcome Mayor Bradberry.
Tara, I'm glad that you enjoyed the debate. It was less than easy for those of us that were candidates that had to answer all those hard questions, but thank you. Y'all did an excellent job with that. So it's great to be here. I think it was only a couple months ago that we were here for another big deal for student leadership Johns Creek when we had those fantastic Macedonia cemetery films, and it's great to be back with you. I just want to say that for the class of 2024, welcome. For the class of 2023, I'm looking very forward to hearing more about your projects that you've been working on. And to the class of 2022, can I be one of the first to say congratulations? Congratulations to the class of 2022. You should all be very proud, each and every one of you in all of these classes. This is an excellent program. As Mayor Bodker referred to it, this is something that is really a standout in the community of Johns Creek. It's something that we're very proud of. And you know, to your parents, to your friends and family that supported you through this, that helped make this graduation today possible, thank you to them. And I'm sure that at home you're telling them how much you appreciate that. That's a big deal. You know, I think that the 2022 class is really unusual in the sense that you guys did not have an easy go of it. You know, it would have been very easy for the pandemic to have just been more adversity than you guys were willing to put up with, but you improvised, you adapted, you overcame, you continue to work on your projects, you continue to learn and engage, and for that I think that that is commendable. I think that we should again recognize Irene Sanders as Executive Director and her team, how much they had to do to pivot to make sure that this program continued through the pandemic and was going to be something that was of value, that the program would continue, and that you continue to have a very meaningful learning experience. And so for that, you know, again, my hat's off to you as well. Irene, I just want to say, I think the only thing that probably makes you light up and beam more than Student Leadership Johns Creek is that new grandbaby of yours. Does everyone know that she's a new grandma? Can we give her a big round of applause for that? But I just want to say that the projects that you completed, class of 2022, you know, those were meaningful. They are something that are continuing to add value to the community of Johns Creek. You raised funds. You did projects that were the building blocks that would eventually help make the films, the Macedonia films, a reality. And I think the fact that, again, you did this during a time of difficulty. You know, leadership is easy when everything is rosy. It's much more difficult when you're doing it in times of adversity. And maybe that's one of your first lessons that you learn as a student leadership Johns Creek class, is that you do have to continue to move forward. For that, I think that you deserve special recognition. And I'll just close with this. here I am, I'm 49 years old, very proud to be elected your mayor. Leadership is something that is important. The Bible says, without vision, the people will perish. Leadership is something that is learned. It's not something that we're born with. And I think that the name Student Leadership Johns Creek says it all. You are graduating class of 2022, but at the same point, all of us are engaged in leadership for a lifetime. We are all engaged in learning over a lifetime about leadership. And this is one milestone in that journey, in that education. And so I encourage you, as you go forward into your next chapter of life, that you continue to look for opportunities to grow and to become better leaders, and just realize that there's really no one, I don't care at what level they are, that can say that they are an expert, that they have nothing else to learn in regards to leadership. It's truly a process of lifetime learning. And then finally, I'll just say how much we are proud of you. The community of Johns Creek is very proud of this. Whether or not you win every year the Secretary of State's Ambassadors Program, it's great that you do, but we'd be proud of you nonetheless, because what you are engaged in is meaningful work, and your contributions to our community have been meaningful, and we very much appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the program. Thank you very much. Thank you. And let me just say before I leave, so